Moonday, which is Monday, March 31st, 2025 on the Gregorian calendar. So this is what I wanted to say. Remember I told y'all, if I'm not mistaken, I said I said on the real New Year that it was going to be storms and all of that stuff, and I mentioned watching the weather. Now, the Gregorian calendar for the year of 2025, meaning the number nine, divine completion. But it's also the number for the for the Orisha named Oya. She deals with change and so on. Uh, and also, many of you probably saw her an animated series of her X-Men, which is Storm. Uh, so my thing to you all is that watch the weather, watch how many changes take about this year. A lot of things that's going to be scientifical discoveries, and it's going to be creatures and entities and deities that's going to start revealing themselves to people this year. The veil is officially gone, you can say, because people are seeing things that is unheard of. Shout out to Rilkaya, Condren, in the show that she's on. I can't remember the name of the show that she's on. Shout out to brother Yusuf, Hood Mystic, Black Witch Yaya, many others that I haven't named because I can't name everybody. But we're heading to another state of transformation on this plane. And if you're not open and not done, don't have your spirit open or your mind open or your mind's eye open, you're going to be left behind on a lot of things and a lot of different discoveries and different resurrection of consciousness and so on. Uh, and a lot of revelations, a lot of awakenings is going to take place for people. A lot of these awakenings is going to take place. Yeah, a lot of these awakenings are going to take place. But normally I forgot something. I apologize to the Great Mother, but I got to say this. I want to give thanks to the Great Mother, the seven, the ancestral spirits of creation, the archangels and the angels, the ancestors. I also want to say protect those that are striving for righteousness, and protect them from those that claim to be striving for righteousness that are actually unrighteous in disguise. Um, Please protect us from those that are claiming to be righteous that are unrighteous, and that claim to be conscious and that are actually unconscious, and are actually nothing more than how can I put it, the archons. Protect us from them. Ashe. All right. Now, as I was saying, I just wanted to say that prayer for everybody that's actually striving for righteousness. Now, what's going to happen? A lot of things are taking place in alignment. You have people that are seeing certain creatures that are like mystical and so on. Like I was looking at Real Kaya, they was talking about this group of beings or entities or things that were like they short like leprechauns, but they're called like I think they call it Dudene or something like that. I can't pronounce the word, but I'm gonna go back and find it now. I'll come back on one of my lives and speak about them. Um, but these beings, or these no, not the beings. These entities are short, and they like goblins, and they go after children. Okay, and they cut the feet off the children. Um, and you know, there's one person in the comment section when I was watching Real Kaya, they said that maybe this is where they get the Smurfs from. And I'm like, more than likely. But we know that's also connected to those goblins and stuff like that. So you got things like that's going to take place in this real new year that I said it was going to happen on the 21st or the 22nd of this month. That's the real new year, which is going into the spring solstice. That's when the sun starts resurrecting. Um, so we're going into that, and then all these different storms coming. Like right now in Maryland, we at a number 5 dealing with the supercell that's coming. That's been across different states, and it's bringing tornadoes and thunderstorms. And I told my beloved last night that when I fell asleep, I got into a trance, and I was told that this is the opening up a vortex, or vortexes, in the state of Maryland, also all across the states that had the same storm system. Um, this vortex, to me, from what I've been told, is dealing with a lot of changes that's going to take place, and it's going to be like a changing of the guard per se. Uh, so keep your eyes open on that. But also, it's going to open up the portals where the veil really going to be lifted, where you're going to start seeing things in the unseen that's going to start making themselves visible, and insects are going to start coming out that have not been revealed, and certain creatures of the sea and all over are going to start coming out in the woodworks. Even Dr. Malachi York spoke about that in a lot of his books, but I'm letting you know that stuff is actually about to start happening. And a lot of people that's actually going towards the rites of passage in certain priesthoods and priestesshoods, they're going to go in through some serious changes, an evolution that's going to take place with them. People that's actually going into these different spiritual, still going back into churches, a lot of them going to start leaving the church even more because they're going to start being open-minded and start realizing it's deeper than what they're finding out. A lot of people this year, since it's really the real new year, a lot of even more exposure going to happen to celebrities, and also a lot of stuff going to be exposed about science and all of that. So keep your eyes on that. um Even now in the spiritual practices, a lot of people want to start coming up with different high tech information. All of this is going to start happening at a at a rapid state, because this year, like I said, in the Gregorian calendar, deal with the number nine. The number nine, like I said earlier, deals with the Orisha Oya. They call her Storm. They call her Storm of X-Men. She deals with change, and also she brings hurricanes and storms too. Excuse me. Should have had got my bottle of water, but this is where we're going in this particular direction. Um, and I want to let it be known that those that are conscious and are going to do these, that is aware. I don't like saying woke, but those that are conscious or aware, um, that are seeking enlightenment, you're going to get you're just doing fine or getting higher levels of enlightenment, and you're going to start seeing things in the unseen as well. So a lot of this is going to start taking place real sooner than you think. Because if you've been doing the best of being righteous and striving for it, you're going to start seeing a lot of changes spiritually. Um, so keep your eyes open on that. Whatever you do, don't get caught up in the politics or the politics, because that's all distraction. It does not deal with the spiritual. It has nothing to do with the spiritual like that. It does not govern the spiritual. The spiritual government or govern the physical. Keep that in mind. What goes in the spiritual governs in the physical. Okay? So you really need to understand this. It's not a joke what I'm telling y'all. Keep your eyes on the weather, because the weather patterns are going to be something this year. Like I said, this is the real new year. So you're about to start seeing a lot of shit going on with the weather. A lot of storms, a lot of flash floods, a lot of flash floods, landslides, even sinkholes, tsunamis. Not just forest fires, not even just the fires that's going on in LA. You're going to start hearing about even more protests. You're going to start seeing a whole lot of stuff going on this year. Like I said, this year, which is the real new year, is going to go all the way into the next spring solstice. Don't believe me, look it up. That the real new year is the spring solstice. So just know that we got a whole year going into the next spring solstice, or how that's what I can put it like that. So you're going to see a whole lot of stuff that's going to start taking place, with the veil being all the way lifted, where people going to start seeing things. You're going to start having women, mainly women of so-called color, are going to start taking their power back from the Western societies, and the men of color, or melanated men, what you call black men in America and also across the country, which were the original mothers and fathers of civilization. They're going to start having a serious wake-up call about realizing that all we have really is us, and that everybody else is going to follow the patterns that we do, because everything is going back to the matriarch, not the patriarch. It's going into that now. We're going into the matriarchal stages now. And people think this is dealing with feminism. No, it's going back to directly how nature had it put. So let's keep that in mind. This is going on. It's been going on for quite some time, but now she is really reawakening a whole lot of things and a lot of revelations going on. So let's keep our eyes open. And then I even said on the title of this video, Happy Moon Day, because Monday actually means the day of the moon. The moon is connected to Cancer, with the zodiac sign Cancer. Okay, the moon is also connected to Yemujai and also deals with the water. It deals with the water, and also the moon is connected to the menstrual cycle of the women. Keep that. That's why they call it the menstrual cycle, the moon cycle. You know, the women are connected to the moon because of the womb. So let's keep that in mind. So everything, the whole Gregorian calendar, 365 days in the year, is based upon the woman's menstrual cycle, know it or not. The different time periods, the different phases of the moon is connected to the different phases of the womb man. That's why she needs to properly align herself through these different moon cycles, because she's dealing with the connection of the moon. Not just her, but us as human beings in general, because of our percentage of water in our body. But mainly that womb is powerful. It is what they call a stargate, a portal. Don't believe me? Look this stuff up. It's called a portal. It's really a portal, and it aligns when your mom give birth to you. Your body, I mean, your spirit is properly aligned with the planets to create you, which is made out of stardust and so on. And your spirit enters into your body through the navel canal, and then you go into the transformation of finding out who you, and you go into this transformation of being who you are today. So I'm just going into some different, you know, analysis and breakdowns real quick, so you'll know. Um, that is why that's why your spinal cord is the 33 vertebrae of Jacob's ladder in the Bible, and the brain, or the cerebral cortex, is is connected to where you meet the Most High, which is your higher self. Okay, and you have a connection to the Great Mother or the Great Father, or both the Great Mother and Great Father, where you can communicate with them through the mind, and they guide you along the way. That is why it's very important to align your vessel, which is your vehicle, which is your physical body, up to the spiritual realm. It's very important that you do that. Um, so I just wanted to share this with you all so you'll know what's really going on. Um, Please understand that I'm not trying to get too deep. I'm not trying to talk like I'm a weirdo. I just feel like y'all need to know what's going on, because what's going to happen, a lot of transformations are going to take place, period. A lot of things are going to take place on this plane, period. Keep your eyes open on different alignments that's going to take place this year. These alignments that's going to take place in this year are going to be very vital to your spiritual enlightenment and your alignment with the spirit realm. And it's also going to deal with a lot of downloads that you're going to receive, those that are striving for righteousness, those that are actually knowing that there's life after death, those that know that they're actually entities, deities that are actually real, and they're actually communicating with you and guiding you along the way, even down to the ancestors and so on. um I just wanted to guide you all and let you know the stuff that's going on, because there's a lot of stuff that's taking place here in this realm, from the unseen to the physical. That's why it's very important that you watch what you say too, because the tongue is mightier than the sword. So keep that in mind too. So watch what you say out here. Please beware, watch what you say. And also, everybody don't need to know what you're doing spiritually. Everybody don't need to know what you're doing. And I'm saying this because you need to know. Um, I am your little big brother, you know what I'm saying, trying to help out best way possible. Um, and most of all, use divine love for those around you. Use divine love. Don't use hate. Use divine love. Even when somebody having a bad day, they want to try to just, don't worry about it. Have a good day. Love you. Take care. Don't fall for the negative energy. You came too far on your journey, on your path. This is a lonely path. Not everybody's going to be on the same frequency. Some people are going to be stuck in 3D. What is 3D? It is called nouns, people, places, and things. I done seen the best. Some of the people that taught me things, they in 3D now. They stuck. And all they can do is go back to old information and go back into old stuff and trap into in a time zone. People don't realize there is a such thing as being stuck in a time portal in the physical. No, or not. You got people that wish it was back into the 70s, 80s, 90s, and they be just listening to 80s and 90s music and all that other stuff. They're stuck in a portal, a time portal. No, or not. Don't believe me? Look at it. While you're moving forward, a lot of people are stuck in a time portals. You got people still dressing like they're in the year 2001 and all that other stuff. I'm telling you, this is a part of the awakening. You're going to have people that's going to be stuck in a time period and you moving forward on your path. If you don't see it, you're going to see it. And some of you that's watching have seen it. You know, you have people like, man, I wish it was the 70s. They go back listening to the old music and they be dressing like they doing like they back in the day, but noticing that they're bringing back a lot of the old fashions too that was on the 90s with the big gold earrings and everything. It's good because what happened, they ran out of ideas, so they're trying to bring things back to the days and they're trying to bring it back so people can get caught up in that because the fashion trends are going back to the old ways now, which is showing you that they had to go through time travel. I mean, I'm hoping I'm making sense to everybody here because you're still going to have people that's stuck in a time warp. You really are, and you're seeing it every day. Um, Another thing that's going to be happening. Just keep your eyes on earthquakes that's going to happen in places that you never thought they would happen. Watch out for the tornadoes. Tornadoes and hurricanes are going to start touching down in places that you never thought they would happen. Um, and keep your eyes open on more extraterrestrial phenomenon per se. Keep your eyes on that, the extraterrestrial phenomenon, and also keep in mind that you are a multi-dimensional being. You are a multi-dimensional being. Keep that in mind, everybody. So what's going on in this dimension is happening in another. Is something different happening in another dimension. Um, and scientists are going to find out and put that out there soon. If not, they already did. But if I think they did, I think they did, but I'm not sure. So keep on. They're going to start talking about multiverses and all of that. They put that in movies like Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, all of that. They talk about the different multiverses. They put stuff in movies so you can know that it's real, and then they try to say it's science fiction. But like a good old friend of mine said to somebody, when did science ever become fiction? That's what they said. When did science ever become fiction? Because you go to school and learn about science. So how did science ever become fiction? That was something profound that he said years ago, and I give a shout out to that brother. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. Um, I just wanted to share that information or download or whatever. Like I said, the state of Maryland is at a um I want to say, was it what she's telling me, my beloved told me, she said a level 5 today for a supercell or something like that. um and it just so happens that it's called Maryland. um so the word Mary, the Virgin Mary, was actually connected to Aset, and Aset in in the teachings of Ifa Santeria. Aset is similar to that of Yemoja. Okay. I just want to say that too. So keep your eyes open on everything around you. Keep your eyes on the weather patterns. Um, Keep your eyes on different natural disasters that's going to take place this year. Keep your eyes open on that. And it's not nothing bad. It's just that it's dealing with the evolution of the planet and how she's changing and evolving. So everything I'm telling you is not nothing bad. It's just that you have to get yourself properly aligned with her. Get yourself properly aligned with Gaia herself and also the spirit realm, because they both go hand in hand, because she's connected to the unseen as well. Okay. Um, you're going to start seeing probably more reptilian information even more this year. But keep in mind, you're also part reptilian too. Human beings, you're part reptilian as well. Know to keep that in mind. Web hands, web feet. You have a reptilian brain. Um, and also like the books that Dr. Yook said, how you eat your eggs too. Keep your mind of your eggs, how you eat your eggs as well. Um, over easy. I think that's showing you that you have that serious, powerful reptilian side as well. So I just wanted to let everybody know what's going on, and then look up the cherubim and the seraphim. The word seraphim are the holy angels in the biblical text or Judaic, Christian, and Islamic text. The uh, the seraphim were called the flamed winged serpents or the flaming winged serpents. Keep that in mind now. The flaming winged serpents. You can find that information in this book called the Kabbalistic Encyclopedia. The Kabbalistic Encyclopedia has all this information in there. So please purchase that book as well. I'm just sharing information um, so you can go ahead on your journey and just trying to help point the direction for your spiritual guidance and on your path in life. Um, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna post up, hopefully in my community section on here. I'm gonna post up that I have I'm getting my ordained minister license too, so y'all can see that I have that. Um, but I'm not making up any of this. Sister or Mama Shelly case, and she know because I sent it to her that I'm not making this stuff up. I have other things that I'm working on right now that's in the works. So I actually practice what I preach. I'm not just talking on here on YouTube. Like the brothers and sisters that I shout out earlier and many others that they practice what they preach. And I'm only letting you know that um, it's time for the spiritual ones, the highly spiritual ones. It's our time to do what we came here to do. And that the Creator is protecting us along the way and guiding us to do what we came here to do, that we volunteered to do. Whatever changes we're going to make in the world, we're going to make them happen. And I know that from the bottom of my heart, inside and out, all about. So may you all enjoy your day and your time and keep your eyes open, and may you be guided by the righteous ways of the divine herself, or who you might call herself, whatever you may call her. I call her her. Okay? May she guide you on your journey, and may she protect you and show you the ways of enlightenment, and also show you the ways of becoming a better being or spiritual being living a human experience. And this is me, Greenlight, aka B4TL. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Please get those likes up. Please share, subscribe, and let's go ahead and get this channel to 1,000 so we can really start building with each other, so we can reach out to everybody that is actually wanting to have peace and have fun and build something great, so we all can have a better life, and also share information with one another, and also eventually have special guests on here where they can share their enlightenment ways, and talk about their experiences. This is what I want to do with this channel, so we can actually literally start growing as a community, because we need this. We need people who we can inspire. Not people that we desire, but people that we can inspire, not desire. So we can become better and enlightened beings, and to be independent thinkers. This is what this channel is all about. It's not all about politics or politics. It's not all about that. It's about spirituality, and it's about growth. It's about having fun. It's about enjoying life. It's about growing. It's not about debating. It's not about none of that. It's not about arguing who has the better creator. There's none of that on here. This channel is not just mine, it's yours. You understand? Just because you see my face on here don't mean I'm not gonna have you on here one day. So keep that in mind, beloveds. I'm out of here. Brother gotta go ahead, get back in the house, and focus on the next chapter, because the chapter of my path is not over with, and the chapter in your life is not over with, family. Love you all. Peace, love, light, darkness, supreme balance, the yin and yang. May it brings peace upon you all. Thank you. May the great mother watch over you and protect you. Peace. Love you all.